Welcome back. You're listening to Get Real. I'm your host, Bob Gallagher, and joining us in the studio today is the A-Team Property Advisors, powered by Lair Realty Partners, and that's Amanda Bruin, Nicole Johnson, and Marie White. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Hi, Bob.
So we asked you on today to tell us a little bit about what you do in real estate. Why don't we start with how long you've been in real estate, and we can start with you, Nicole.
Okay, my story is a little unique. I got my license in 2004 after I really fought to, join real estate because my parents had been in the business forever, and I came full circle. I had a career before this doing different things and decided to join real estate. So I've been in the business since 2004. Excellent.
How about you, Amanda?
I've been in the business since 1990, beginning of 1997. So I grew up in the business also. I'm originally from Ohio. My parents own a real estate company still to this day that my son is getting ready to take over. So he's going to be the fourth generation in real estate business.
So it's in the blood.
In the blood, definitely in the blood. I fought it for a while. I said up until I was age 24, I am never getting into, I don't know what I'm going to be or what I'm going to do, but real estate's not going to be it because I watched my parents work day and night and weekends. And I'm like, I'm going to have a regular 9-to-5 job. Anyway, I moved away for a while. Ended up getting pregnant, moved back home with my parents because I was going to originally take over the business in Ohio. So that was in 1997, but I was in Ohio for about probably 12 years, moved to Florida. So I've bounced around a bit, ended up deciding when I left Ohio, I didn't want to stay in the snow. Which then I moved to Florida, got my Florida real estate license, and met my husband, who I'm currently married to, and he is from here, hence I'm back in the snow. But getting ready to go to Puerto Rico, so that's the next step is getting my Puerto Rico license, which I'm currently working on.
Excellent. And how about you, Marie?
Well, I started off in the mortgage industry for about 10 years. Then I got married and moved to lovely Plaistow. I met Amanda. She was my neighbor. She insisted that I get my real estate license. Don't know why, but I took my test and I've been doing real estate for 4 years.
Excellent. So what areas does your team cover?
We cover all of southern New Hampshire, all the way up to north of, actually, Manchester.
Well, we'll go as far as we need to go. I'll become licensed in Maine shortly, so we'll be doing Maine. We'll do all of Massachusetts.
Yep.
We have people in Connecticut and Rhode Island also that can cover it.
So you have people to cover pretty much all the territories in New England, it sounds like.
We have a sub-team, and they cover all of Massachusetts and the other states that we can't get to. So we can really cover all of New England, which is fantastic.
Excellent. And you're going to be covering, was it Puerto Rico soon, too?
Puerto Rico next. I'm currently studying for my broker's license there.
Excellent. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what makes your team unique?
Okay, I guess I'll start with this one. I would say that what makes us unique is, most teams can say, we have, 50 to 100 years in the business, and we love to set ourselves apart through, various ways. But Amanda, myself, and Marie, we've also been friends for a long time, and we're the same in that we're always wanting to continue to educate and make ourselves better in the form of, whether it's marketing or technology. We want to be at the forefront and do more, and what teams are not, and that really sets us apart and makes us give that experience to our buyer and seller a lot more professional, and they have a lot more options. For example, we have our own personal assistant that Stacy hired for us in her office. Her position is called a Kofi, and she is the creator of First Impressions. She does a lot of managing our documents, so we don't really get bogged down with that. We also recently hired an assistant who helps us manage our marketing dollars. So not only does the company spend money in our marketing for us, but we, out of our own pocket, spend a lot of money every month in our marketing. And, just those things really set us apart and, make us unique.
And also, one of the other things that I really feel is is our biggest contributions, or the things that set us apart is we use a system called Bank Code, which helps us actually. It's one of the first things that we do with our clients. Right after we get off the phone with them, we send them. It's a little personality test. It's the scientific method to learn about people's values and to actually show what the buying behaviors are. And this allows us to, the Bank Code allows us to actually be able to customize a presentation for those specific clients based on their values and not based on our values. So I really feel that sets us apart from probably 99% of the agents in New England.
I'd agree, yeah.
Yep.
And we have fun with it, Amanda. Tell them what we do, how we set up the email, and what they get, because it's something that we have a lot of fun with before we really get to speak with anybody.
And it also, after we get to the house, after they've already seen, what happens is they go online, they take a 90-second test, and they'll get a report that actually talks about themselves, and it's very interesting.
It's a 3-page report worth $97, and they get it for free.
It's actually 20-page. It's 20 pages.
Oh, the 20-page one. Okay, wow.
And then we also get a report that tells us what their exact values are and what the best way is to have communication with these clients.
But this personality Bank Code also helps in your personal life.
Right, it's just a bonus. I originally took the course to better my sales skills and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it totally helped in my marriage. It helps me communicate with my children better. I have the best relationship I've ever had in my life with my kids currently. And I do owe most of it to Bank Code. So not only are we helping our clients on a professional level to create the best relationship that we can with our clients to keep them coming back to us, we want to be in their life forever. We want to help them in every aspect of their life, not just helping them build a home.
Right.
So I think that's really another
And there's
way.
also Bank Code for parents with their little children.
I'm very
there's
interested in
kids
that.
Cards.
Yeah.
Kids cards helps you realize. My mother was like, "Oh my God, if I only had this when you were growing up," because it really would have helped me
really
understand
helps.
who you are as a person and help me make decisions differently based on who you are.
Right. Good information to have. So really, for you guys, it's more about building relationships than it is transactional.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Anyone can sell someone a house. I mean, we do things outside the box, obviously, that set us also apart as far as business itself is concerned. We have our negotiating skills are second to none. We win bidding wars on a regular basis because of the specific techniques that we've set up, which I can tell you, I know other agents, if we would have been the buyer agent when they've been purchasing a house that we have listed, we would have gotten the deal for our clients for at least $40,000 less, just because of the technique that they didn't use
Right.
in order to get the deal.
Right.
Such as what's that word? Escalation clause is one of the biggest things that we use. There's a lot of things that we do that are outside the box that set us apart.
Right. And that's why it's so important that you work with a professional real estate agent, because you're not going to get that from just anybody that you might randomly call.
Absolutely.
It's true, because sooner or later they're going to need help probably with investment properties, and we have, our hands, and we're working on doing a separate investor program as well. That's coming down the line, and we have a handful of properties that aren't on the market, and people are interested in selling them, so we can match properties up like that. We also do flipping and wholesaling. And, we can guide our customer clients through many different types of transactions.
Excellent. Why don't we talk a little bit about vacation homes in Puerto Rico? I know that's something you've been talking about doing, and I think the audience would love to hear more about it.
Right. So since I've been doing residential real estate for all of these years, I was kind of looking for a bit of a transition because my team is so amazing, even though I'm going to be here too, but I could also be there virtually with technology. Real estate's amazing. We're going to be the virtual agent team.
So for an example, Amanda was in Puerto Rico on vacation. We had a listing appointment. So when I went to the appointment, we set it up virtually. So she was there. She was able to walk through the house with me virtually, and we got the listing.
Excellent.
It's amazing. I'm like, well, we could just do this all the time.
Well,
So now, but I want to help. So again, this goes along the line of always being with our clients, creating the relationship. So you're our client, you bought a regular house through us, but let's show you how you can invest some money in Puerto Rico. We're going to educate them on all of the tax benefits and, show them either how to do, like the property that I purchased is a 3-family on the beach. And we're going to be doing timeshares with that. So we're going to get that model up and running and then take that to our current database here and transition them. If you're looking for an investment home, we'd love to show you what we can do for you in Puerto Rico. And we'll be your eyes and ears there on the ground, particularly my husband, doing property management and stuff. So we can be taking care of your properties. You don't have to be worrying about it while you're back here and making you money.
That's actually, you don't really have to do anything. You buy the property and you guys have a whole team to take care of it.
Yep.
And is it rentals too, or is it strictly
It's going to be both.
Okay.
Both. All depending on what the customer wants. So if they want just a single family house that they want to have, they want to go there like 4 weeks out of the year. The rest of the year we can Airbnb it for them or something like that. So lots of different choices.
Wow. So you get a vacation home without most of the expense.
Exactly.
And you get to ride the property values up.
Exactly.
And to buy a vacation there soon would be in everyone's best interest if they're thinking of it because, now is the time.
Right.
Especially in Puerto Rico. Google it. Google all the tax benefits in Puerto Rico. If anybody's interested, they can. I'm sure we're going to give all of our information.
Yes.
They can reach out to us and we can send them a presentation so that we can have a conversation about getting something started.
Excellent.
But we also help people set up Airbnb for their property here in New England also.
The book that I'm currently working on, which I'm about halfway done with, is called Selling with Soul. Get Real in Real Estate with the Get It Done Girl.
Oh, that's excellent. And when do you think it'll be out?
It'll probably be out in about, I'm going to give myself another 6 months to a year with my Puerto Rico stuff going on.
Yeah.
Unless I get a ghostwriter to help me finish it. But it's a conglomeration of stories over the last 24 years of real estate. Very funny, very educational, great for consumers, great for realtors to read. Any walk of life, I think it would be really interesting. And also hoping to finish up the rest of the book with my current team now.
Yeah, there's a
Excellent.
lot of crazy real estate stories in
Yeah.
there that are just insane and hilarious, and I can't even believe they happened.
Ooh, do you have a hilarious, insane one you could share with the audience today?
Oh boy, let me think about one.
It's got to be like 1,000 of them.
Yeah, there are. Stuart. Stuart.
Very spiritual.
Very spiritual. I don't know how many people believe in ghosts and spirituality and all of that these days, but one of the first clients that we used the bank code on turned out to, when we got there, I happened to be recording the listing presentation because it was the first presentation that we had put together that was based on a bank code. So I wanted to be able to have that for training to show how we incorporated bank code into the actual presentation itself.
Right.
So I happened to be recording it, and while I'm recording it, the customer looked up in the air and started talking to somebody up in the air, and then looked at us again and said, "Yeah," because we were talking about the house that Marie and I used to live in, and there was spirits there. And we were telling him that story, and after we did that, he looked up in the air and he said, "Yes, they miss you very much. They remember when you were outside in the backyard playing right by that little fence." He described our backyard. He described exactly where we were.
He described our basement.
He described our basement. It was amazing. And then he started talking about one of the biggest thing is he said, "You have many angels around you, and they're really watching you. They tell you have, you're a girl, you're an action person. You really have all these irons in the fire, but there's a platform coming up, and it's gonna be you're almost there. It's gonna be all this work you've done. It's getting ready to pay off. You just need to be patient. It's almost here, Who's telling me this is somebody that has fishing boots on, and you used to take walks with him all the time. I used to go fishing with him. He's the one who taught me how to fish.
Oh, wow.
Aww.
Anyway,
It's a good story.
it was a good story.
Yeah.
So it was really amazing. So
Excellent. So why don't we kind of shift gears into, we only got a couple of minutes left, what you think is going to happen next year in real estate. Now, I'm not putting you on the spot. I know you can't predict it. Or maybe you can. Why don't we talk about what you guys think is going to happen going into 2020?
with the market or with
Yeah, the
our
market.
team?
With the
Because
market and your team.
We're going to expand big time.
What I think is the market has nothing to do with the agents. I think that the market is whatever you make it as a person.
That's
I think
right.
you're right.
Where the going's good, if it's not good in regular residential, veer out into a different avenue of real estate. It might be good in short
Wholesale.
sales, wholesales. I'm also a
Yes.
short sale specialist. Have done that for 24 years. So if the market turns, guess where I'm going?
Yeah, there's so many people who want to get caught up in the economy
Yeah.
and interest rates. And when you have a good agent, it doesn't matter. Real estate is, there's no perfect time to buy real estate. It's 24/7. You just have to get with an agent that knows what they're doing, that's going to be a fierce lion who's going to be driven to get you the best and highest use or get you the best deal. It's all about the real estate agent and getting that property for you.
And having
Yeah.
the team around you,
For
the mortgage
support.
company, the attorneys, we have everybody.
No
Right.
such thing as a bad market in
Yeah.
our eyes.
Right.
But as far as the actual market is concerned, we're already seeing a shift.
Yeah.
I notice it. We all notice it.
Price reductions, more inventory.
And what goes up must come down. So,
Yeah, I mean, it kind of had to. At some point, people
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to buy houses anymore. They were
Right.
getting so expensive.
Right. So anyway, when the market starts to go down, we kind of shift our thinking as well. So
Yeah.
to keep everybody
And having the market
and
in-
no matter what, everybody needs a house to live
That's
in.
right.
No
That's
matter
right.
what the market's doing, no matter how the economy is, everybody needs a house to live in.
Right.
And everybody needs a place to. Oops. I just-
Call home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? And even if it's just renting, if it's a rental
Right.
market, guess where we're going to go?
that's right.
We're going to focus on that.
Well, really, at the end of the day, the market being in balance, between buyers and sellers is probably the best thing. I mean, when it's a seller's market, the buyers are having a
Losing
tough
out.
time.
Yep.
When it's a buyer's market, the sellers are getting hurt.
Yep.
So having it in balance, in my opinion, is a good thing.
Yeah.
Having prices stable and reasonable, so people that want to move can move.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens next year.
Yep. I think 2020 is going to be our best year.
I think
what
you're
I
right. I think you're right.
Definitely.
I think the economy will be okay too.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that's what's going to happen.
and the rates are really
According to
still
the
really
experts.
low.
Yes, rates are still low, and they're predicting they could go a lot lower, which is kind of mind-boggling. But if it happens, we'll be ready for it. So
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
will.
we're gonna take a quick commercial break. I wanted to thank you guys for joining us. I'm gonna give out your contact info. It's the A-Team Property Advisors, powered by Lair Realty Partners. The number to reach them is 978-482-4123. Again, it's 978-482-4123, and that's Amanda Bruin, Nicole Johnson, and Marie White. Thank you for joining us on the show today. Lots of great info. Love to have you back again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're going to cut for a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more after these messages.